So, currently we have an interesting situation on our hands right now with Benjamin Simmons, the current point guard, or shall I say ex point guard of the Philadelphia 76ers, who's currently in a very interesting predicament. You know, the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid and Doc Rivers to be exact. But yeah, so Ben Simmons right now, he's very in a very tough situation to where he's been kind of blamed and for the mishaps in the playoffs over the last couple of years by fans. And to be fair, there is a lot of merit that goes to it. He's in that last playoff game turned down a dunk, which has been heavily criticized by the media, and he took that personally. And he took he reacted to that very badly. And he took that personally, and he's told his teammates and he's told the management that I have no interest in returning. So and I feel like this has been brewing for the last couple of years. Especially since ever since Jimmy Butler left, to be honest, which I feel like was their best team. And it put the spotlight back on him and Joel Embiid. But also what everyone forgets is Tobias Harris is in the mix, and he goes you know without any criticism. And I feel like Ben Simmons is a very talented individual who came in his rookie year as the next LeBron James, as he was touted to be. And those expectations were never like lived up, but it looked like it was on his way after his rookie year. When he was putting up 18, 8 and 8, and he looked like a future NBA superstar. But of late, he turned into this player who was stuck in a dunker spot. You couldn't play with Joel Embiid because of the spacing issues and Joel Embiid needing post touches. And at first, what we thought was going to be another Shaq and Penny turned into be just a Joel Embiid show. And I feel like this always happens with two young superstars where it's the ego thing. It happened with Kobe and Shaq, happened with Penny and Shaq, happened with Stephen Marbury and Kevin Garnett. We have the facilitator and the big, and the big gets the attention, and the point guard feels like he wants to be a superstar as well. And we saw that in their first year when Ben Simmons was averaging 20, 21, 10 and 9. When Joel Embiid went out and they went on a 16 game winning streak. Yeah, Ben Simmons looked like the young dynamic point guard he was touted to be. The next Magic Johnson, the next LeBron James. He looked like to be in the lineage of of those greats who tall point guards. You could facilitate, you could pass, you could rebound. Was 6'10", got ball handling skills of a small guard. But Ben Simmons, he's still an amazing player, I believe. He's just right now currently out of form, and he's been he's kind of lost his way. Even like the flashiness he had in his rookie year, the ball handling, the amazing passes he used to show in his rookie year, it's not been the same. He's been very his game has taken a back seat every single year. Every year his production goes down and down. And maybe I believe it's situational, and I believe he can get back to that. But I think Doc Rivers put him in a very good position last year also, especially defensively. Coming out of college, especially, he was seen as a weak defender. He had no interest in that end. But last year he took that challenge on, and but I feel like he settled for that, like just to be a defender when he's supposed to be a all-around superstar at this point in his career. Into year 4, we haven't seen that growth. But I believe also he has a mental problem. He has a mental problem for sure. Not being able to shoot any kind of shot outside the paint. And when he does take it, it's seen as a big thing, and I feel like that's played on him mentally. Whenever he shoots a free, it feels like a Make-A-Wish kid, making a shot, and it's kind of mentally played into his brain to where he's physically limiting himself, and not showing the work he puts in the off season, the off season videos and workouts and stuff like that, and he's not translating into in season. So that's kind of a mental thing, and also the weight of him feeling comfortable knowing he has a superstar and Joel Embiid, that's going to take the shots, and he's going to fall into role. But that also I feel like that's holding back, Joel Embiid being there, and also him being a penetrator of the basket. He needs the open lane, and Joel Embiid being there has him, feeding the post kind of and walking away, and allowing Embiid to flourish. And so, I feel like in this point in their career, it's officially, it's officially over, man. Like the relationship also it's come to an end as well. You could see they were never really close to like friends on the court. They never really had a chemistry like that. And so I feel like it's at this moment in time, it's in the best interest of both, sides to part ways. But it's not going to be easy considering Ben Simmons. He's put them in a tough position. 76ers and himself. And the 76ers are in a tough spot to where the value they want for Ben Simmons, they don't believe they're going to get, because his trade value is really low because every team knows, that, they're going to wait it out, and try and get dollars and, try and get a very good offer. But Sixers are not willing to take anything below what they believe he's worth. And so I believe that puts them in a tough spot. But I believe, he needs to go to a situation where, a rebuilding team, 76ers, Houston Rockets would be a good situation. The Cavs, I can see a Colin Sexton and Kevin Love deal being done. The money works there. The Golden State, him for Draymond or for Wiggins, he could play with Clay and Steph. That would expand his game, but it also could put him back in the same dunker spot role. Then you have, you got the Sacramento Kings who have the new point guard. They have Davion Mitchell and Tyrese Halliburton. That could be done. Where he could team up with De'Aaron Fox and take that team to the next level defensively. So I feel like his game would be best on a rebuilding team to where he could showcase all his abilities and he could put forth his best foot forward and be, LeBron James light kind of, But I do believe, it starts with Ben Simmons, he needs to expand his game, definitely, his jump shot needs to be a factor, he needs to be a threat from outside the paint. He needs to showcase all the work he puts in the offseason, the jump shot videos where, he needs to be able, just to shoot a couple jump shots, which I think will benefit his team very much, even if he has an open floor, or, if he's able to play in a 5-out system, to where what we saw in his rookie year with shooters when he had Marco Benedetti, JJ Redick, Robert Covington, Dario Saric, and the floor was spaced, and you saw the best version of himself, he was able to display and be, the best 3-point assister, which he has been for the last couple of years, he develops generates the most open, wide open 3-point shots in the NBA. So, and I believe if he can go to a situation where the floor is spaced out and he's able to, showcase what he does best and bring forth to the table what he does best, I believe it's all going to work out for him. But at this moment in time, it looks like he's in the battle with the 76ers. And I'll be very shocked if he ever returns in the 76ers jersey. And, yeah,